actual trip to California was last week, and like of all the places that I enjoy visiting the most, it had to have been Neptune's Net. All the way out there in Malibu, like along the Pacific Coast Highway. Oh man, it was so cool because like, you know, if you'd seen the Fast and Furious movies, if you'd seen Point Break from like the 90s, you know, they filmed there. I'm pretty sure there was other movies that filmed at Neptune's Net other than those two. So we finally made it out there. You know, I was able to visit my grandma, my mom, and hang out with them and spend time with them. And we were able to go for like quite the drive. Like we went from the San Francisco area all the way down to Los Angeles County. We started our trip from, I think it's Kensington. Like, so we started at Bob's Market. That was the first place, and then we went over to, what's it called? We went over to the Fast and Furious house, like the house. I mean, it's been painted over. Like in the movie, I think the house was white, but now the house is blue. It's also got like white fencing that's about 6 foot tall, so you can't see the whole first floor of the house itself. And also they got like some caution tape, or they have like a chain with like a couple traffic cones blocking the driveway, and they say, you know, no trespassing, you know, stuff like that. But you know, from what I'd seen on like Google Maps, you know, the people are okay with you stopping and taking pictures, just as long as you're not trying to go onto the property itself, you know, aside from the sidewalk. And then from there we went to Philippe's Original. That's like where they have like all these sandwiches and stuff. And for all these places, you know, I'll try and like drop the pics in. This is just all by memory that I'm trying to do this, you know. And of course, you know, before we went to LA and drove around like LA County and stuff, we went around like San Francisco and we were able to see like the Golden Gate Bridge. We're down at Crissy Field. We were over at I think it's Alamo Park, where the Painted Ladies like houses were at. Those are like the row houses or Victorian houses that were in the beginning credits, or like the opening movie to the Full House TV show. Where else did we go? Oh, Lombard Street. My mom, grandma, and me were able to visit there. We got a parking spot like maybe 15 feet away from like Lombard Street, so it was perfect. You know, it was really hilly over there, but I guess that's what made it cool and memorable. Saw a cable car or trolley. Cable car, yeah, we saw one of those. And what else did we see? We drove Lombard Street. I think I was able to record like a driving video of it, so I'll try to put that in here and stuff. So that was fun, that was memorable. And what else did we do from there? Fisherman's Wharf, of course. You know, I think we went there, just like drove around and stuff. We tried looking for Bubba Gump, but like the location of it was like a little difficult for us to reach, so we didn't make it there. And then from there, I'm trying to remember, I think we might have ended that day at like Golden Corral. That was like the first full day. That would have been like Monday. And then Tuesday, of course, like I said, you know, we spent the later half of that vacation or that time like on the road, and we were just in like LA. So yeah, going back to where we went in LA, right? Like our first day, you know, we went to all the places there. We went starting from like Elysian Park, right? That's basically like Dodger Stadium and stuff. You know, we even took some pictures there. Went through Elysian Park. You know, it was pretty cool. Saw a lot of like palm trees. I think it's called palm trees, right? Yeah. Coconut trees? Yeah. Palm trees. That's like the coolest thing to see. Because up here in Northeast, we ain't got no palm trees, man. I don't see those until I get into like maybe the Carolinas or Florida. You know, I think Texas has palm trees too, but I'm not sure. Went through Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive. That day ended at Culver City. Was able to visit Monty's Good Burger. And speaking of Monty's Good Burger, I did want to visit Veganburg back in San Francisco on Haight Street, but because we wanted to go many places, didn't get a chance to visit there. So next time we'll go to Veganburg in the San Francisco Bay Area and stuff. Really cool, you know. We passed by like Sony Pictures Studios and saw a couple cool things. I parked in a underground like parking garage, and it turned out to be free, so that was pretty rad. You know, we stayed in Gardena. That's where we stayed, and I think we just spent the night there. It was pretty cool. Had a nice place. And then the next day, we tried to start the next day early, you know, 3 of us, but we were pretty tired, so we ended up leaving the house late. Checked out of there. That was around 8 a.m. and we just shot out west to go to Venice Beach. So we made it to the Venice Beach canals. Really cool. We saw the canals and stuff. It was flooded, like the side streets of where the canals are, really flooded because it rained like probably Tuesday all the way through Wednesday morning. You know, so we saw the Venice Beach canals and stuff. Took a bunch of pictures there, and then we saw like Venice Beach finally. I'm trying to remember where we parked though. Oh, we parked on the beach at Venice Beach, so that was pretty rad. Like right where the ball court, well, I think it's basketball courts. There's a big parking lot, and then right across the other side is like a bike riding path, and then the beach. You know, we went along a little boardwalk there of like Venice Beach. We saw Muscle Beach. We saw like the gym where they work out outside. We saw that orange building that's got Muscle Beach on top. Took a couple cool pictures there. Palm trees in the back. Got a couple nice gifts for like, you know, family and stuff. And I think the last thing that I did is like before we left the parking lot, I was like, wait a second. You know, the beach is right over there. I hopped out. I was like, I'm going to get on the beach and just got on there. It was a super like gloomy day though, sadly. So it was like really foggy. And I did not get to see the ocean and stuff when we were there at Venice Beach, but it was cool anyways. Like I just enjoyed it, and it was just so rad. And I think the next place we wanted to visit was going to be the end of Route 66 sign in Santa Monica on the Santa Monica Pier. I missed the exit on Route 1, you know. Oh well, at least I saw Santa Monica Pier in the background, so unlike my rear view, but I didn't get the chance to see it. Next time. We just kept on going, right? All the way up into Malibu. And like this is the cherry on top, you know. Got to Neptune's net. Oh man, like I guess you could say it was like emotions were, you know, bubbling up, you know, just knowing that I was there at Neptune's net, and they filmed Fast and the Furious there, and they filmed Point Break there. Like, dude, like, I can't remember how many times I watched Point Break because of that. Like, just... Oh, man. I think the entire week before we went to California, I must have watched Point Break over and over and over. Just because, you know, they were in California. I just was getting that energy and stuff. And on top of that, you know, like, the people there were just nice, pleasant, you know. The entire trip from when I got off the plane, everybody I talked to at the gas station, at the store, in the parks, you know, like the women, you know, just all nice and friendly. All the way to like the last person I talked to, which was a stewardess at the counter when I was checking in my bags at United. I got there late. But I mean, I made it to the rental place, you know, 10 p.m. The flight was like 10:30. Didn't get to the gate till like 10:20, and they already closed, like checking in for your bag. So I couldn't check my bag, and they were like, "Well, you missed your flight, but got the next one, 11:45." I was like, "That's it?" And they're like, "Yeah, all set." I was like, "That's awesome." And they're like, "Cool." And they were like, "Do you want a window seat?" I was like, "Yes, I do." And everything just worked out good. And I think I even had a chance to do some highway racing in the Dodge Charger when I was going through the tolls by the San Francisco Bay Bridge. It was like a BMW 340 or something that wanted some smoke, so let's go. Bye-bye. And we just went, and it was a good time. So, I mean, that was a really good time, you know, for how short of a visit it was. Everything just worked out great. I had such a nice time in California. Would definitely want to visit there again soon. So, that's my little story about my trip to California. On with the rest of this video. Well, that's Neptune's net over there. We're out here. Let me put my shades on so I look a little cool. Check it out. So we're out here at Neptune's net in Malibu. I just had a nice big meal there. What did I eat? fried fish tacos, an Impossible Burger, French fries, onion rings, and some hot water. It was amazing. Oh, dude, let me tell you, it's just nice out here. Out here in Malibu. There was a sign that said Malibu's like 20 miles of coastal nature and stuff. Pretty awesome. I think California's awesome. I just think, from what I'd seen so far, right? Like, California just has nice people. Like, even people walking by, you know, they'll nod, they'll smile, they say hi. You don't get that in other places. Like, maybe in the South, maybe. Definitely not in the Northeast. That's what I think, man. It's nice out here, dude. It is nice. Look, got a person surfing down there. You know, you just hear the ocean and stuff. It's wonderful. That's the road that Paul Walker came down. Parked right in the front.